Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at the market this morning, how things are looking like. We'll take a look at S&P 500, Nasdaq 100. We'll also take a look at some other stocks out of semiconductors, and in general, I'll show you around whatever I can in this video. But most importantly, what I want to focus on is the rebound that we are getting today. Okay, now remember what I said, a rebound. Okay, now we have to talk about, is this rebound sufficient enough that we are possibly back in the strength? Friday was just one-off event and we are all good again in the market to go up. Is that's the thing? Let's talk about all of that, because I did call out this very scenario to my members last night on my Patreon. Here are your details or the snapshot for that. I mentioned to my members last night how this week may start in stock market. There's a possibility of rebound to happen for a day or so, but right across multiple stocks, trend will remain to the downside. If stabilization builds from rebounds to the upside, then that is at least 2 days away for full confirmation. And the market is playing out just as how I mentioned. Definitely members would know things ahead of time. They were already prepared before getting into the market today, what to look for. Okay, this is how market works. Okay, this is how you have to start understanding over time how what affects the market movements. It's not some random thing. This is all about liquidity. It's all about the market makers. It's all about how the orders are filled. It's all about understanding the market price action. Okay, so what are we seeing? Yes, we are seeing that rebound that I mentioned. You can expect a rebound in the market today, right? This is S&P 500. We'll get to the technicals, as I said, in just a moment. This is S&P 500 right now, rebounding. You can see Tesla also rebounding. Okay, yeah, Microsoft is not rebounding, that's one off, but Nvidia rebounding, right? AMD rebounding. Now there are some semiconductors, as I said, may go for a retest. We'll talk about a little bit in this video for that as well. You can see SanDisk rebounding and holding some zones, right? Micron regaining some zones. I mentioned that there's a high likelihood if we can regain some zones, we can go for a potential retest and maybe a lower high, but we'll see. We have to follow the price action. We can't just say, oh, that's what's going to happen, up here, lower high, and that would be it. No, it's a high likelihood, but we have to respect the present price action, and as it builds towards it, we have to then see continuation of the price action or the price action showing us signs of weakness. So anyways, right, so that's how we have to look at the price action, the probability, the possibilities, and how it's matching to that. Okay, so the more probability you build towards a price action, that what increases your successful trades. Okay, so and my tools have everything inbuilt inside them. Again, if you have access to them, you know what I mean. All right, so S&P 500, let's get to that. Let's talk about the technicals here. So as I said, it's just a rebound, and as I have previously said, that these rebounds are expected, and but right now structure will still remain negative, guys. We do have 748 to 750, a strong resistance zone. Now if this rebound has to turn into a really good strength, the confirmation is not going to come for us, most likely, at least until Wednesday morning. There is tomorrow also that we'll need to see some strong stabilization here before we even start to see signs build up that, okay, the stabilization have happened. Okay, otherwise, no, this thing right now, technically it's just a rebound. And as I said, yes, if we gain a significant level, that will at least start a rebound. And you can see once we gained that significant level in the pre-market, we retested that price to price, penny to penny, and are bouncing up from there. My tools marks all these levels automatically for you. If you join the memberships, you will also receive onboarding videos on how to use the tools. And from there after, right now it has still a room to rebound until 748, but it's not guaranteed. We have to follow the price action. You have to have your bias with the overall structure and then accordingly build the trade. So if you are today, it's a rebound day, it's a day trade, bullish trade. Okay, because it's a rebound, but it doesn't make it more than a day of a bullish trade. Why? Because it's a rebound in the overall, still a weaker structure. Okay, so anyhow, with pullbacks, which is when things goes down when overall structure is bullish, and rebounds when overall structure is negative, both have no guarantee how much they would extend. You have to be very careful trading these because market will follow the overall structure. Eventually there's the high likely probability that overall structure, there's a reason its overall structure has an importance, right? So but they are good for scalps, they're good for day trades or so, as long as that price action holds. And for that you will have to go to the lower time frame. But the point is that here, guys, yes, this is okay, but right now you will have to take it as a rebound. As I've already mentioned, it's expected and it's coming today. Now as if it turns into some more strength, it will take at least one more day to show us confirmation for that. But I still, right now, what the way the price action is, as I said, it's just a rebound. And I do think that this, well, current, based off of the current price action, if we have to follow the structure, right now overall structure is still negative. It's just a rebound for the day. We'll see if by the end of the day this even sells off, but the point is that this is just a rebound and structure is still to the downside. This, we have to now see if this 750 gives us a lower high and then we fizzle down, which pretty much constitute with other stocks a lower high scenario that I mentioned to you over the weekend as well. Anyways, so that's S&P 500. Let's get to NASDAQ 100. Yeah, you may look at it, oh, it's 2.2% up, and it's also almost breaching the yellow zone. Now NASDAQ 100 is stronger than S&P 500 because of the semiconductors. They are looking strong, but let's talk about the technicals here. Okay, so that's okay. Here NASDAQ 100, it's a part of still a rebound. We haven't breached out and above of yellow zone, and if we do that, it's looking strengthful, that's okay, but we'll still have to give it another day if we want to really be full on strengthful. Now the point though is also that yes, it's right now in a strength to the upside for a day. If it closes strong, if you wish, you can hold off some position overnight, but just know, take some profits or whatever. But it's the way, as if it closes strong, the multi-day position or a day position can turn into a multi-day strengthful position. It's all about position management. But if it starts to close weak, or if you see the weakness on the 5 minutes interval and so forth, you will have to use the tools to identify that. Not going to turn on here in the videos, guys, because I mean, yeah, just join and I have shown you the tools multiple times. And so yeah, if it cools off, then it's just a rebound for the day. If it can close strong here, there's a next day also a possibility of some strength into this rebound, and then after that we'll get the full confirmation. Will we stay up here, form a new base, or we gonna come down? So right now what we are seeing in the market, you can already see it selling off a little bit. What we are seeing right now in the market is just a rebound today. Okay, for full confirmation of this strength to build up, yes, sure, it can build up from here, but the point is that we don't have a confirmation of that yet. It's going to take another day or so. Okay, so but we are right at that pivotal point where overall structure being negative right now, price is just rebounding today. Okay, now I'll show you Tesla as well as showed you it's rebounding, but more technical depth details you can find on my Patreon for that, but it's also a part of a rebound today. Let's get to Nvidia for a moment. And so with Nvidia, guys, yes, though it's a rebound, but you can already see it's weak. Okay, it's still below those 212 at this point, and below this yellow zone, technical structure on Nvidia will remain bearish. Okay, and here, yeah, so you can see rebound a little bit happen in the pre-market, sold off. It's trying to come back up because it's just part of a rebound today, but the structure would not change on Nvidia as we stay below 212. I may do another video later today in the afternoon or evening, and then we can take a look at technicals in much more depth. But in this video, I just want to quickly show you around for the morning update. AMD bouncing and rebounding today. It's right at that critical zone. We have to see this candle close as well, and then the follow through candle. But as if, yeah, technically by the time market closes, if we still close in the yellow zone, we are still in the problem, in trouble. And this is what we see so far. It's just a part of a rebound, and it's pretty much just what I mentioned, that yes, we may most likely see a retest closer to the highs, and then we have to see that how much strength from there, if it comes, or we're gonna fizzle down. So but right now today what we are seeing is just a part of a rebound. ARM is also just rebounding today, guys. You can see it's below the yellow zone. Broadcom, again, once we lost 404, you can see we are still below that, rejecting, but part of a rebound today. Micron is a bit more strengthful, and so it has regained yellow zone today, which means at least it's in the strength for the multi-day, not just a day, a multi-day strength. So if it can hold yellow zone, this is already looking like excuse me, if it can hold yellow zone, it is looking like it can go for the retest. We did reject at a significant level above for first hour of the day. Let's see if the next candle breaches it. Okay, but yeah, this is a little bit looking stronger, but we still have another significant level in the way right here to make it happen. But it's most likely looking like it wanna go for a retest at least, and then we'll see if it makes a lower high. SanDisk also bouncing up above the yellow zone. Again, it just like Micron, a retest, it may go for that. Part of a rebound though. TSM held the yellow zone now. However, it was in the multi-day weakness for us. Is that over? It's almost over. So TSM, this is the significant level we have to get above this yellow zone. Yes, first leg of the strength, and then the next leg of strength is above 430. Definitely if we close a day above 430, it will look really nice, but TSM is definitely a slow mover. Intel is bouncing up today as well on some news or whatever, but too early to say that it's gonna make another run up. We have to see how strong it closes. And actually let's, yeah, so just wanna, yeah, it's fine. And yeah, it's part of a rebound though, guys. Yeah, it's still part of a rebound right now. Again, it's no long, look, it's those momentum trades are done though on this thing right now. We have to see what it does. Most likely, as I said, it's down or choppiness, and still it's in that sideways and choppiness. Okay, Seagate little bit holding through, and it was already strong, as I said, over the weekend as well. And this thing right now is holding yellow zone. It's looking better than many other semiconductors for sure, and it didn't also lose the yellow zone for us. That is, overall structural strength remained. Take it as still a part of a rebound. Let's see if it goes sideways or choppy here up with the, because overall structure across many stocks and market is still like S&P 500, Nasdaq 100, part of a rebound. Now the thing is that with some of these where they're already strong, we have to give them, because overall industry and SPY and Nasdaq 100 is showing some weakness. We can't just have one outlier and consider them just continue to run up while the overall market is cooling off. So you have to put things in perspective together. And here, even though it's stronger than other semiconductors, you still have to take it with a grain of salt, and you still have to know that we have had a huge run up already. So If structure a little bit rebounds, retests, goes sideways, take those opportunities to continue to size down your position. On CK, technically we never lost overall structure, so that's why I'm saying it's still strengthful than other ones though right now. But just consider that since if overall market doesn't really stand strong, Nasdaq 100 is going through strong now. But so it's all about how the market closes today, and then we'll see if tomorrow confirms that next leg of stabilization, and then that will tell us that okay, this the blip that we saw is just a liquidity grab from Friday, or it's a um, something that will remain persistent. But we are getting very close. But these rebounds, as I said already to my members last night, how this week may start in the stock market is a possibility with a rebound for a day or so, and then we'll see what happens from there. All right, guys, that's all I had for you in this morning update. If you are interested in my memberships for my tools, trading tools, you will find the details for that in the description of this video. There are also discounts ongoing. Right now, discounts won't be there forever. If you want to join the heavy discounts, the big discounts, okay, there is a new offering on my membership, bigger discounts. Definitely bigger discounts are always for a limited time, but if you are interested, check out the details on my Patreon. Links are in the description of this video. All right, take care, guys. Bye.